Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, I was right.
You were right, sir. You were right.
I think that
We
is
should
potentially the first time I've ever been
we
correct
we
in a
should we
tournament
should
ever.
write this day down in history, ladies and gentlemen. Stats predicted that neither team would bring a battleship, and he was correct.
However, I did get it wrong. There aren't any honorees.
That's
But
true. That's true.
I'll
There is a
take the
con. You know
4-3
what?
as a
There's a
victory.
Conde that's close enough, isn't it? Right? It's basically a
Close enough.
super Henri. Close enough.
It
I'm going to
is,
give
it
it to
is.
you. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
So we have KSC on the north. Oh, you do KSC because they're
Yeah, yep. Spawning on the north side in the green, KSC in this decisive match here in the third place battle, bringing Minotaur, Venezia Nevsky, and Stalingrad, fronted by Gearing, a Z52. I think our first one of those we've seen, and a Grozovoy. What's Oh Boy got cooking?
Indeed, Oh Boy has that super Henri, the Conde. They've got Gibraltar, 2 Moskvas, a Daring, a Khabarovsk, and a Halland.
Double Moskva.
So, double Moskva.
That's really interesting to me because, like, we have not seen. I don't think we've seen Moskva at all.
No.
Because she's so expensive. She costs the same as a Nevsky, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so but on this map, it kind of makes sense. It has slightly different characteristics to a Stalingrad. So yeah, Moskva, like with its accuracy, and yeah, I think it does make sense on this map. But we'll have to see how they use it. I think matchmaking is going to go for what I would call the traditional position down by that big island. The other one probably is going to be playing open water. Probably going to be poking through onto the 3-line. The 4-line. I would imagine.
Have a look at KSC already with the smoke. I think they're going to take Hatake's Minotaur directly into the cap.
Maybe.
Radar's up. Hatake just put his radar up. They are making a huge push and play for this. I think
So
maybe
Raiden's going for the island, I think. Yep, going for the island.
No, okay,
So,
Hatake's turning.
Yeah, Mino's turned out because they pushed the Grozovoy in.
Quicksilver's spotted. That's the Moskva radar. That's Depa.
So that's an interesting choice. So Z52, obviously you've got the huge hydro.
And long duration hydro.
Yeah, so that's going to be screening the mid so that the camping ships don't take torps. But that's kind of Zed's party trick, really. It does also have quick reloading torpedoes. It's also apparently very good at taking incoming shells.
It's doing a whole lot of that right now under this, suffering heavily under this Moskva radar. Down to about half, right at half now. Quicksilver getting hammered. And the Venezia, what happened to JD? Holy cow. Did he get Condé'd?
Oh, I didn't see because I was zoomed in because I was taking direction from my chat and I was zoomed in on the Z52, so we missed the Venezia because I wasn't using a high camera position.
I think JD got Condé'd making that turn. I think he was trying to push in and the Condé whacked him. That's what I think.
That is why I use a high camera position, so we don't. Right, so point proved. Right, so
either way,
Venezia using AP. That's interesting. You don't often see that, but that was broadside Condé.
Either way, KSC picking up C early, making a strong bid to hold on to it. Grozovoy camped in the cap. They're gonna have to try and root him out of there while he's got some friends nearby.
So the KSC are suffering a little bit with health.
Yes.
But they do have the better map position. So Oh Boy now have to try and work out what to do. I don't see them pushing A. There's just not enough ships on that side of the map. So they have to do something at C. But what? There's no... there is a radar threat from the Mino, but the Mino's now mid. I guess they're going to try and get their destroyers in position to go into the cap. But that Venezia is a big threat there with its sap.
Yeah, I don't think you can afford to drive Quicksilver into the cap. I think he's going to play mid. I think he's going to stay mid. But the Minnow radar should now cover most of the cap and be able to spot anything behind that island they want to peek at.
So interestingly, even though they've got the numbers advantage, KSC are pushing the Gearing Nevsky down quite aggressively towards B. They're just skirting the edge of that Moskva radar range.
Nevsky's lit in there, I assume, because of his smoke firing penalty.
It's got to be. Yep.
If Tractor moves behind that island, they're going to lose the Nevsky. That's exactly
Tractor's
what
just
happens.
stopped. But Tractor is radared, so he needs to be careful. AP cross map doesn't quite make the mark.
Nothing there. As now Kyose's Nevsky changing targets.
Matchmaking on the other side in the OHBOY Moskva radars catches many ships.
Quicksilver is going to go out right here. Yep.
I am honestly not sure about that Z52 pick.
I like the Z52. I'm not sure I would have picked him on this map, and I think if I had, he would be camped out in the C cap, right? But
I think
they tried to play a mid.
I think the idea where there was to screen torps for the ships that are camping behind the islands, but they're not really in positions where they're at risk.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was only really the minor that it was protecting. The minor was quite mobile and has its own hydro. So
yeah, KSC I'm kind of retreating off of C now, down a ship, up on points. Still got decent board position, but I feel like their C position is a little weak now.
It is. The daring is Basabasti is going to reverse into the cap. The Minos radar threat is still there, of course. The Minos radar is ready to go, and Basti is just on the edge of the range. I'm slightly concerned about this Nevsky gearing from KSC overextending into the Moskva a little bit.
Well, they seem to agree with you as Kyose's turning around and bailing out of there, but he is lit broadside to YOLO's Moskva. Well, not totally broadside. He had to change his angle there.
Yeah. I think they did make that turn in time. I think they're okay.
Yes.
Because the nasty thing could have been that the Nevsky gets caught between this horrible angle between the Gibraltar and the Moskva.
Well,
they're still paying for it.
Yeah, honestly, he still has kind of a bit of a dodgy angle to the Gibraltar. The Gibraltar just had to wait for his shots. They are starting to come in now. Floops' smoke is still 15 seconds away. Kyose going to have to keep running and just try to preserve as much HP as he can until that smoke comes back.
Yeah, he's trying to return fire onto the Moskva. Stalingrad also trying to get some damage off on Yolente. But Henko is really losing out in this trade here. Having to stop in front of those torps as well.
Well, he's having to stop, and Floops has got to be careful he doesn't drift into one. He's good. But the problem is Kyose hasn't moved. They know he had to stop. They're continuing to blind fire, and he is on fire. His DCP is 30 seconds away? He's going to burn out.
Yep, 30.
It's going to be very, very close.
Yep. So Kyose's already used the heal. That's on cooldown for another 40. And so the Moskva's got the mark. Ooh, that was just dispersion, pretty much.
Radar going up.
Yep, doesn't quite have the range. Daring did not manage to cap C. Interestingly, they got pushed off. Grozovoy in the middle.
Raiden's Grozovoy is going to go out here, I think. Yep, trying to play throttle games. Reverses back into that salvo. KSC 2 ships down now.
3 minutes for a KSC win with 2 caps. Oh boy, have to get into the C cap.
The enemy is about to win.
Well, there's pretty much nothing left that can stop them. Hatake's dumping torpedoes, but he has to bail.
Have you noticed how far north Eternal Titan is?
I have, because he's been pushing JD for minutes now, and there's pretty much nothing JD can do about it. He's broadside to Depa in attempting to hold his angle to the Conde, but the Conde HE can melt him at this stage. He's low enough. He's 5 seconds from a heal. That's his last heal. Last chance here for JD to stay in the game because he's still 90 seconds from a smoke. If they can get him to light, he's in trouble. There it is. He'll have to DCP that immediately, and he does. But it doesn't matter. There's the lead change.
The enemy is about to win.
Pretty sure OHBOY's going to win this game, my friend. Just don't see it.
Nope, I think you're right.
There's
With the
just
two caps, I just don't see what KSC can
No,
do to turn this around. There's no way they can get to sea.
No, too much health, too many ships on the board. It would take extreme amounts of luck. They're going to get the Nevsky here in the next couple of seconds. Kyusei is finally going to go off the board right there.
1 minute
Only
46.
Only 3 ships
Holland.
left for OHBOY.
Holland gearing.
I mean, they can probably pick the Holland, but it's kind of a Pyrrhic victory at that stage.
Yeah, the Gibraltar's going to lose shots behind the island, so I think Floops will get Tractor.
Interesting to me to see the Holland firing the AP, understanding that the Gearing's midships armor will shrug off his HE shells. You don't normally see that. That's very much a, I'm well into the mechanics of this game sort of thing.
Exactly. People who understand armor schemes.
Yes.
Okay, Hitaki's going to go down in the Minotaur.
Yeah, this is just cleanup now. OHBOY's got this game in the bag, folks. Just don't see it. There goes the... Yep, we're seconds away now. The Gearing is the last surviving ship. That's Floops way over here on the 2 line. OHBOY with the reverse sweep. They're going to claim 3rd place. So EU is going to go 1, 2, 3 in this event, my friend.
They are. Yes. Indeed. I'm totally not biased. I think that's fun. Yep, no, that's fantastic.
Floops basically just throwing in the towel, open firing into the water to make sure that he can stay spotted and they can off him faster. Although he's reversing into the depth charges.
Okay, well, GG's to OHBOY there, who are going to take 3rd place in Warships Masters, going 2-1 against KSC.
Well played to both teams, but OHBOY goes away the winner. They go home with that 3rd place prize pool, which is not too shabby.